Good morning, everybody. I am Suraj Singh. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat India on this day, to Christmas Day of 2023, 25th December 2023, and this is a holy day. You can say Happy Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to आप सबको क्रिसमस की बधाई. ईसाई धर्म पूरी दुनिया में है और अच्छा है. हर धर्म को मनाना चाहिए. जीसस क्राइस्ट का दिन और विश्व का दिन, हमारा दिन, आपका दिन, आपको शुभकामनाएं. खाली ईसाइयों को नहीं मैं कह रहा, पूरे विश्व को कह रहा हूँ. माई विशेष, माई मिलेनियम विशेष, माई नैनिलियन विशेष, बेस्ट विशेष टू मी, टू यू, टू एवरीबॉडी, बिकॉज वी ऑल बिलोंग टू वासुदेव कुटुंब. हम सब लोग उसी परमात्मा के बच्चे, चाहे किसी भी धर्म को मानने हो, उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. खाना तो धर्म नहीं देता, खाना तो जमीन देती है. रोशनी धर्म नहीं देता, रोशनी सूरज देता है. इसलिए काल्पनिक धर्म ही सही जो उसको हम प्रैक्टिकल मानते हैं, हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई, वट एवर जो भी है, वट एवर, all are imaginary, all are not seen but followed, and that is important here. And because I'm talking about power of soul, this means power of soul is something different. It is not related to religion, it is not related to dharma, it is related to human and God. Dharma means we believe, 98% people believe in dharma. Whatever dharma it is, okay, you enjoy your religion, I enjoy my life, you enjoy your life. Soul does not have any religion. हमारी आत्मा, जिसको मैं साउल कहता हूँ, स्पिरिट भी कह सकते हैं, शक्ति साउल की. आत्मा का कोई धर्म नहीं होता. धर्म तो मानव ने खुद ही बनाए हैं. जब बच्चा आता है ऊपर से, मतलब माँ के कोख से, तो माँ की वॉम्ब से, वो बिना कपड़े आता है, बिना सर्टिफिकेट आता है कि वो किस धर्म का है. कोई सर्टिफिकेट साथ नहीं लाता, कोई रिकॉर्ड साथ नहीं लाता, कोई वीडियो साथ नहीं लाता, कोई नेटवर्क के आइटम साथ नहीं लाता. जब वो आता है, उस स्वयं आता है और बोल नहीं सकता, रोता रोता आता है. गॉड ने कभी नहीं कहा कि आपका धर्म ये है या वो है, लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, मैं धर्म के चक्कर में नहीं पड़ना चाहता. आपकी मर्जी, जो भी कीजिए, क्या फ़र्क पड़ने वाला है. शरीर आपका, आत्मा आपकी, दिल आपका, घर आपका, शांति आपकी, माइंड आपका. जैसे आपको अच्छा लगे वैसा कीजिए, जैसा किसी को अच्छा लगे वैसा कीजिए, लेकिन बात तो आत्मा की है. I am talking about soul, power of soul. I am very much interested in that. I think everybody is interested because it's not seen, it's not visible, something we have. Everybody has this. Every creature has this, but इट्स समथिंग यू हैव, यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दैट हैपेंस इन लाइफ. आपके पास जब कुछ होता है ना, आप समझते नहीं है उसको. कहते हैं हाथ में कोई चीज़ होती है तो उसकी वैल्यू नहीं होती. हाथ में जब कोई चीज़ आपकी होती है ना, आपकी वैल्यू नहीं करते. जब आपका शरीर भी आपके पास होता है तो उसकी वैल्यू नहीं करते, क्योंकि सबके पास शरीर है तो वैल्यू कौन करेगा. लेकिन जब शरीर में तकलीफ होती है, तब पता लगता है कि शरीर की वैल्यू क्या है. आपके बॉडी के किसी भी अंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम आ जाए, you get problem in whatever part of your body, you start feeling something. Oh, it's not good, I'm feeling pain. How it's very bad for me, I don't understand. I've got a stress in my mind, I can't tolerate. So I got very high severe cold, I can't tolerate. I got a covid, I got this and that, and that means there's value of your body, and your body is quite healthy, it is quite good, it's quite sound, mind is sound, you don't care for this. Oh, I got intelligence in me. You got intelligence in, that's a question mark. If someone says I'm very brilliant, I'm very intelligent, if somebody says oh you are brilliant, a person says oh I got something in me. आपको कहते हैं ना किसी को, अरे आप तो बड़े अच्छे माइंड के हैं, आप बहुत ब्रिलियंट है, अरे क्या बात है आपकी भाई, oh I am boosted. It happens. Life is like that. I want to know, you can say appreciation from other. Oh, I should be appreciated for my work, and somebody says, "Oh, my work is so excellent," but I think nobody is moving at this. It also happens. Means I don't know why this relativity comes to mind of every individual. I don't care about this, because what I am doing, I'm not doing it for others should appreciate it, but I should do, thinking that, considering that it's my duty, not because I'll be paid for that. Payment is something that I'm not talking about assignment or contract job or whatever job is. I'm talking about this world. This world is very important for member of this world. I am member like an original member for a few years, or you can just like as a corporate member. You may say I am corporate member of this world. I've got full rights and privileges according to the charter given to me by God, but that charter is not known to me. I know there is a charter. What sort of charter is that? Within me it is. I can't read that because I am disconnected with that power of soul. I have some connection, but not full connection, not absolute connection. Every information, whatever has been endowed by God, put in God, posted God, that are provided within that charter, I do not know. I don't have the capacity to know it. And that's point where I can say it's period. 8 billion people, 9 billion people, or whatever it is, and creatures all over world. What is world? Question is that. My soul asks me, you understand what is what? I'm not talking about it. Again, I'm saying I am not inclined to discuss any religion. I am not a guru. I am just a citizen of Bharat and world. First, I'm citizen of world. Then I'm citizen of Bharat, India, and I'm human being. I am not talking about something. I'm talking about property of my body. My body is biological one. My body is made of materials, organic materials, and there is respiration method in this respiration system. My body is a plant like, you can say it's kind of natural plant, not constructed plant or manufactured automatically by power of that one who is sitting as superpower. And my body is for me. Nobody else can use this body. I use this body, and likewise everybody else uses body. मैं अपनी बॉडी का प्रयोग कर रहा हूँ, यूज कर रहा हूँ, आप भी अपनी बॉडी का प्रयोग कर रहे हैं. बॉडी सबकी एक सी, डिजाइन सबका एक सा, लेंथ में फर्क हो सकता है, हाइट में फर्क हो सकता है, मोटाई में फर्क हो सकता है, बट डिजाइन इज सेम. Biological body everybody has, but behind biological body there is another body which cannot be seen, which cannot be made visible, but it is used, and people do not understand how it is used. So I'm living being. Yes, you are living being, but how do you live? I am living being. Okay, you are living being, you were living being, you shall be living being. In all these tenses you will be there. You are there, you are there. Who is supporting you? That person, that article, that power, that statute, that charter, living or non living but powerful, resides in you. Do you understand? Who is it? I may name it Saul. You may name whatever you say, Ruh, Atma, Shakti, whatever name doesn't make any difference. Difference is made by yourself. Do you realize it? Do you understand this? Somebody says, oh, this is delusionary statement. He's just confusing us. He doesn't understand. Body is body, and that's it. I am doing this. Okay, welcome that you are doing this. I am very pleased that you are capable to do this. You're so brilliant person. You're so powerful that you can do whatever intend to do, and that is great in you, greatness in you. But I don't have this greatness. I want to see who is supporting me. I want to see who's my honor. You got my point? I want to see my honor. My power is my honor. I am not honor, not at all. I am using this house of that honor. And also, I am using power to live in that house of that honor. Both houses belong to that honor. One house is my biological body, and another house is that electronic power, electrostatic power, electromagnetic power, signals power, or network power, universal network, whatever is that. Who is that who provided me that power? And that power doesn't stay now only. That power started when this human started, originated at first place, at ab initio. In those times, nobody knows how many years back. No one knows. How can we know? We don't know anything. Earth started. Doesn't matter that time human started. When he started, nobody knows. There's a Gregorian calendar for that. There is no Saka for that. There is no Vikram for that. There is no Bengali for that. There is no other calendar in the world which can guide me what date it was, but it was. Saul started working that time when humans started. Maybe animals started before that. I do not know. Well, I'm not going to into that mix up toning because it's no use to beat about bushes. I have to come to point that is very significant one. And this talk goes to everyone. I'm not talking certain classes of ages, but all. Why I'm talking about Saul? That is the important question, which answer I also could not find absolutely till now. But I'm deliberating with you because it is a true subject. This is not educational subject, not academical one, not research one, but this is a factual one. You may be a scientist, you may be an engineer, you may be a doctor, you may be prime minister, you may be president, you may be whatever you are, preacher, or I don't know what. Whatever you be, you must have capacity to know, you must have capability, you must have knowledge, you must have design power, you must have everything about soul, Atma, Shakti, without which one cannot live. I'm not saying it's a question of belief or no belief. I'm not saying it's a question of logic or no logic, but it is certainly something which we cannot access to that knowledge, but very few people can access to that sphere where this knowledge lies in. Again, I'm saying, kindly make it clear. I am not going to discuss any religion. Religion is not my domain. My domain is non religion. My domain is nature, prakriti. My domain is universe, Brahmand and Brahmando ke Brahmand, groups of Brahmand. My study is something very different because I have my teacher is nature, my teacher is universe, no one else is equivalent to that. Other teachers are subject teachers, relative teachers, mundane world teacher. And what is mundane world? Many times I discuss that one, I explain that one. Mundane means mundane, man means conscious, man means heart area, and then means dehin, mundane, they means body. There is a part in our body where conscious works dominantly. Conscious means man, conscious doesn't mean mind. Conscious means something I understand I want to do without understanding logic behind that, and that is called mundane world. In this world which is mundane, and that is another name, and that is earth. Earth. Do you know what's earth? That is mundane world, and earth means scientifically, geologically, it is solid part plus water part of earth plus air part of earth. Water part of earth plus air part of earth is written as you can say earth. And water part means water parts and solid parts means lithosphere. So lithosphere plus aerosphere is equal to earth, and earth is equal to mundane. So world is mundane, and mundane doesn't mean soul. Mundane means material available on earth and support available on earth for this earth. That is my conception. Of course, I studied one subject long back. I qualified that subject long back, you can say. It was maybe 1980 or 79. That was applied geology, a subject of engineering, mandatory engineering in those days. And whatever mandatory or non mandatory, geology is a must to understand civil engineering. Geology is a must to understand earth. And geology means we are sitting on geological subject, a geological product, and that object, which is earth. So I'm just referring to why I said that geology. Geology says earth, and earth says I my home without a roof. Earth is my home for a couple of years, for a couple of decades, till I travel on this earth between span of mobilization to earth and demobilization from this earth of myself. And when I say myself means it's not myself means this is body, geological body which has to be left here, and other body within me which has to go. And I am that one. When I'm talking to you, that body is talking to you using this body in which I am living, and that is biological body. And there are various parts of biological body, various assembled parts or non-assembled part. Assembled part, you can say, if we have various parts, we connect them together, assemble them together. But I say not assembled part. That's when automatically these are produced in one unit. So I'm saying it is one unit part and not car assembly. So you can say body is a car. No, it's not a car. It is self-produced part. There can be no separate path for this body. You cannot replace these parts. That's what I understand. So my body is one unit. It's not. It's much more higher than whatever products we produce here on world, like flight or we produce whatever. Everything is assembled, but here I am not assembled one. That's what I want to clarify. I'm not assembled body, and likewise, you are also not assembled body. We are one product, one unit, and that unit is the biggest technology behind that, which none of us knows in this world till now. I'm not medico, but even no medico can answer that. No other person can respond to this question: how person or how human is produced, because nobody has seen that, and nobody can see that directly. I'm saying that is very significant. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm trying to stress what is power of soul. Power of soul, if we understand, we can solve many problems in this world. And many problem means power of soul means power of God. When I talk of soul, soul is something very, very different. It's not soul what people think of, or soul what spirit people think of. I'm saying myself am a soul, you are a soul, मैं आत्मा हूँ, आप आत्मा है. ये खाली कहना नहीं है, इसको समझना भी है, इसको अप्लाई भी करना है. If I say everybody is soul, then there is no class faction, there is no class orientation, there is no class group. No, everybody's soul. If I say no, I am Hindu, I am Christian, I am Muslim, this means there is class of religions, but I intend to, by heart, by conscious, by mind, to isolate that from my proposition, because that is relative. No religion is perfect. No religion original. No religion started when this universe started. It is human consideration. It is human, like an identity, you can say. Just like we say, oh, my name is Suraj. It doesn't mean I came with name Suraj. Somebody referred to me, oh, your name is this, for purpose of counting, for purpose of identification only. It has nothing to do with myself, and your name has nothing to do with yourself. Date is different, because date cannot be changed. Date of birth is permanent. It cannot be changed. Yes, if you do not know your date, that is different. You can nominate, you can appoint whatever date, or your father, mother can appoint. I'm not talking of that. I'm talking of person who knows the date of birth. That date of birth and time of birth cannot be changed, but your name can be changed. So there is no specific meaning of name, because name is relative. It is for purpose identification, but date is not for purpose of identification. That is actual record in your soul. Date of your entry and date of exit is also recorded, but we cannot know that because we are deficient in knowledge. It is here, it is everywhere, maybe in my mind, maybe in my soul, but I don't have that potential to reach that file, that PDF file or whatever file is that. I can't reach there, and it's impossible, in fact. Well, reaching or not reaching is not the issue, is understanding of soul. I just want to not imagine. I want to see. I want to analyze it logically. Is there soul or there is no soul? Is it possible to understand it? Is it possible to read it? Is it possible to analyze it? Is it possible to use it efficiently, proficiently, permanently, for good or for bad? And what to do? If you understand that, then I will forget that my body is my name. I will forget that I am permanent. I will forget that, oh, this is my objective. I'll forget that why should I earn, why should I not earn? Means I am unable to decide, I am unable to fix my objective of life, my destiny of life, my aim of life, because I do not understand who am I, who I am, who is my mother, who is my father. Only this relation is known, that I was born out by process of these two, males and females. But where I am, why I am, you may say, oh, these are so many people, so many groups of brahmachari, like they talk like this. No, I'm not talking like that. I have to see myself. I have to see myself. Means one process, so one procedure, you may call it, verb you may call it, analysis. Analysis is such, analysis we say in English, but you can call yourself पूरी तरह से एक एक चीज को देख के पढ़ना. एक एक चीज को देख के पढ़ना, एक एक बात को समझना, उसे हम कहते हैं एनालिसिस। Analysis is a very top subject without which answers cannot come, results cannot come, understanding cannot come if we don't analyze. And if you analyze whatever problems are there, every question we analyze, every part we analyze, then we can yes, this is integrated way of assembly of these parts. So assemble parts, you can say that is synthesis, and every other part that is part of analysis. So my body is analytical one or synthetic one. I answered already. It is not analytical one, it is synthetic one because it works together. It is bound together. It lives together. It doesn't work in some parts of one part or two part. It works in complete form, full form, formed form. We cannot say, oh, I remove this, say, I remove my head and live, I remove my arm and live. It doesn't work that way. It works in full form. So full form is that it is synthetic production, or it is, you can say, protected, is produced without assembled parts, it produced without separate parts. So analysis is that. But once I understand analysis, one human understands analysis, then you know answer of problem. This means your problem disappears. And when problem disappears, solution is left. And that solution is what is required. It's part of your objective. It's on way to objective. Whatever you can say, you can gain that one. You can reach that one. And that is a part of achievement, total achievement or part achievement. It depends upon what sort of problem you had. So that's what I'm saying. Can body provide me that, or can soul provide me that, or can living body provide me that, or can only soul provide me that? That is my question. But independently, nothing happens in this world. Even food, you cannot get independently if there appears no sun, there appears no air, there appears no process, there appears no seed, there appears no soul. You can't produce crop. Try to understand process produced by nature, nature's technology. It's not my technology. If there is no soil, for example, there exists no soil, and that to clay soil, not sandy soil or no silty soil. Clay means chickeny mitti. If there exists no clay soil, there exists no water, there exists no sky, there exists no rain, there exists no, you can say, what I say, sun rays, and there exists no seed, there are all these. If these do not exist, and if I don't exist, who shall do cropping? Who shall sow it? That's why I say so many sources, resources are used for that. So nothing is independent in this universe. Everything has certain relation to some other. Just like we say, oh, management, this is project management. What is hierarchy? What is organization chart? Same way, my body is organized one. I'm not organizing. I'm just using. I am user. This body is user friendly. That is the point. Just like this in computers. Oh, this is user friendly formula. This is user friendly device. User friendly software. That's why I say I have a system, of course. Human is a system, animal is a system, bird is a system, every creature system. So I am also creature. I am a bird. I am a human. I am animal. What I everything. I got system like bird got system. I got system like animal got. So I am animal. I am bird. I am everything because I got a system. This system is mine, but I did not make it. My mother, my father did not make it. It was made by some power, but I am using it, and this is user friendly. This doesn't require any electrical supply. This doesn't require any magnetic supply. This doesn't require any external supply. This has got internal combination. Only requirement is you have to keep it running, and that fuel is required, and that is meals or food or water, whatever, tea, coffee, whatever you can say. That is petrol for that. That is diesel for that. So I am a car, I am a truck, I am a scooter, I am a cycle, I am a flight, I am aeroplane, I am doing what I am. That I have to check. Why should I compare to that? Only for purpose of dissemination of knowledge. Otherwise, these were born by human itself. These were born by human itself, and human does not care for itself. People don't understand. use of this body. They just want to go on living, eating, sleeping, living, eating, sleeping, and that's it. And I don't think somebody tries to explain to them. I'm not saying I am only person trying to explain, but I'm saying in a logical way, in a way that can justify your talk. Means analysis again. I say analyze it. God is top analyst. Doctor does not analyze. Doctor just diagnoses something because doctor is trained like that. Means it's not fault of doctor, it is fault of science. Means without understanding how body functions, procedures of body parts. This part is connected to this part because of this organ failure, this happens, but nobody knows who supports this body's complete parts, all parts, to function proficiently in efficient way, and this body keeps on moving throughout its life span, whatever it is. Nobody can say how many years you shall live, but everybody knows when you were born. Nobody knows demobilization day, but there is fixed demobilization day, which we cannot know. Till now, we cannot know. I worked because of this on certain numbers, which counting numbers, no other numbers. And this is from, we can say, start with 0 and goes to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. And these are not numerals. You can say, I cannot see these numerals for me. It may be numerals in other subject as numerology. So I don't name my study, my exponential work. I call it exponent work. It's not subject, it's not relative, it's nothing, it got no relation to some, it's got no relation to any other subject. It's not astrology, it is not numerology, it is not palmistry, it's not nothing as such. It is something different, which I'll share with you later on. I'm just trying to say, I did this study myself for 3 or more decades. I reached a conclusion that mind is great, and mind is house for permanent house till we live here, till everybody lives here for soul. And soul is something that we may feel it, but we may not be able to understand it. And that's why I try to share with you my mind development means what I think about soul. And soul means it is something, a best friend for me, and not only best friend, my best sport, my best parent, my best everything. I want to keep off misunderstanding of relative knowledge, and that was based on religion. But this is religion. This is not religion. Means it's illumination. It is a kind of illumination. It's not delusionary, it is not imaginary, but it is working element for me. It's working agency for me. I can say soul is my working agency, and my body is home for my soul, for my soul third body, and control of my soul lies within my mind. And I can say my mind is control house for soul, control spare part for soul, control organ for soul. And that is really very, you can say, very befitting answer. I can say soul is my every part, and I should respect it. If I don't respect it, it won't respect me. I have to understand soul from every aspect. And if I cannot understand my soul, I cannot understand anything. My study cannot be completed, my knowledge cannot be enhanced. I have to be clear about that. Soul is soul, nobody can define it. And if I define it, I define myself. So I just given conclusion. This doesn't mean that I don't want to talk further, but I say I have to understand soul in clear terms. And if I can't understand soul in clear terms, then I deceive myself. I have to be with you for this, not physically but mentally. And that's why I started this series of Soul, Power of Soul, which is advanced study after soul numbers. And I also worked on soul numbers. I usually call power of soul applied spiritual numbers, or I also call this DRG also, because this is something which can't be produced here on earth or in this mundane world. And I don't defy mundane world. I am on mundane world. I am here till you are till I stay here in this world. I have to be on mundane. One day certainly I have to live, and I'm waiting for that, because that is also a study. one part of study, but I have to go. I can't stay here forever because that remains beyond my control. If I want to stay for 1000 years, that's not possible. And I have to go one day, and this is like a job assignment. You got many jobs in your life. You do this job, and then you go to other job, and then you likewise you keep on moving from one job to other. Some people keep only in one job forever. It's up to them, but life moves like that. Today I am on this planet. Maybe after my leaving this planet, I go to other planet or wherever else. Nobody knows, but it is true that day has to come when everybody has to live. Day of demobilization or day of departure, to people usually call he has left for heavenly abode. So we can say heavenly abode or not heavenly abode, whatever abode is that, but that is abode. You may call it heaven, you may just like we are calling it the earth or mundane world, that may be heaven world, that may be hell world, or that may be God world, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. You have to, soul is there, it's not body. Maybe there's another type of body, nobody knows, but here is biological body. There it may be some other body, magnetic body or electromagnetic body. What you have to eat there, what we are eating here, food, because that food is required for organic body, and that's organic food. We are not going to take inorganic food. Inorganic food cannot be adjusted in its body. You cannot steal, you cannot eat steel or iron, you cannot eat stone, you cannot eat glass, you cannot eat straw. I'm sorry. Likewise, I can say this is organic body. Most part of our bodies are organic and we have to live out, but they are in other plants. So I cannot say what sort of body would be there. When I go there, I'll study. Likewise, I'm studying here. I'm not a scientist. Again, I'm saying I'm just a normal person, a qualified engineer, of course. But engineering has nothing to do with engineering. Also, itself is a world of science, a world of soul. Without power of soul, I cannot study engineering. Without power of soul support, one cannot become doctor. Intellectuals use power of souls because mind issue is there, mind use is there, and in 95% cases mind is required. Maybe few percentages mind may not be required, physical strength may be required, but in engineering, medical science, elsewhere, body strength, right, means strength of your biological body as well as soul, both combined together, and you understand one understands together. So power of soul means I try to explain its background. I try to explain everything, but what I say is it is your property for time being, and also throughout your lifespan. You have to use it, and it is your prerogative, your privilege, what way you want to use it. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can obstruct your path of using it. It's your choice, your will, your determination. When I say determination and will, it is again linked to your power of soul, your power of heart. It question of whether you follow, you want to remain in only living conditions, you want to just please yourself, to enjoy your life biologically with your family, or you want to consider whole world your family, and you want to lead all world, whole world, all world, other worlds as well. And in that case, then you have to jump onto soul world, because soul doesn't require any vehicle to go. Soul itself is a vehicle of world. It's a vehicle in itself. It's fastest vehicle it is. Mind is fastest vehicle, soul is fastest vehicle, because both are combined together. If soul is fastest and mind is faster, they can stay together. If one is slow, they cannot stay together. But conscious is something else. Conscious is momentarily. Soul is not momentarily. Mind is not momentarily. Conscious is momentarily. मेरा मन क्या कहता है, मेरा तन क्या चाहता है, ये बहुत छोटी बातें हैं, बहुत सस्ती बातें हैं, एकदम समाप्त हो जाती है सोचने के बाद, लेकिन ऐसा रंग लगा जाती है मेरे माइंड पे या मेरे मन पे कि मैं उसके पीछे पड़ जाता हूँ। मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे वो चाहिए। जैसे कहते हैं जी, मुझे शादी करना है, अच्छी बात है, कीजिए, कौन रोक रहा है। कॉन्शियस ने कहा, माइंड ने क्या कहा, वो हमने सुना नहीं। आई लिसन टू कॉन्शियस, आई डोंट लिसन टू माइंड, बिकॉज listening to mind means trapped. One is trapped. Mind doesn't spare anybody. Listen. But conscious is flexible. Oh, my dear, what are you doing? Come on, come on, come on. Let us enjoy. 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 But remember, enjoying is always momentarily. Momentarily. When you go to see cinema, for how many hours it is? 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, likewise. But after that, oh, I came back, I was in dream. Oh, when you're out of theater, I was in dream. Why was I know I can see same road, same street, nothing else. That's the road is permanent for you, street is permanent for you, but that documentary, that cinema film is not permanent for you. Same thing, conscious is sometimes bad for you, and also conscious is sometimes good for you. Your heart says, your conscious says, I want to help this person. Okay, I would help it. Like fine. If you are going to support me, this is something, this is positive activity, this is the, you want to help others, means okay, fine, that's good. But if I want to snatch this from him, I want to fell this person, I want to pull his legs, he is going advancing me, he is going ahead of me. How can he is getting business much more than me. How can he? That is different way. But remember, mind shall not accept your condition. Mind will not accept it. Mind shall not be with you. Your illicit actions would be with you. Because mind accepts only what God programs for you. Mind knows very well through software, mind knows very well what remains in a file. It won't go beyond that. It will leave up to you. If you want to kill someone. I'm not with you. You may use mind power to make a plan, but mind shall not be with you. Remember, mind shall not remain with you for that act. You may use mind. There are so many reservations in mind, so many stores in mind, but mind shall not support you. Conscious would support you, and conscious means, again I say, temporary activity, temporary duration activity, and you are mixed up in that. You shall dip in that for that one, and once you use conscious for something, you shall have to pay, you shall have to face results you have to encounter for long term to come. But this never applies to mind. When you do something calculated one, we say generally, oh, this action was calculated, we did it logically. Though you have to face problems, but you shall have answers also to those problems, because it depends on calculated quantity, calculated results. This is not just the emotional basis, so it's a calculation or analysis based work, can never be equated to sentimental based works. When you are swayed by sentiments, you shall certainly fall into water body, you certainly fall into ditch, there is no way out. Or you can say sentiments means avarice. When you are given avarice, you are given greed, means that person who is giving avarice, you're giving greed, you're giving something free of cost, that person can never be your friend. Yes, personal relations are different. If somebody helps you for some aim, that is another point. If somebody helps you for education, somebody helps you for good living, that is different. But somebody says, no, I do it free, that free or freedom can never be permanent. Remember, one day it has to go. There is no way out of that stage, that dirty arena. You cannot depend on that. And that's what I'm talking about, Saul. मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ, आत्मा, Atma is my mother, Atma is my father, Atma is my God, Atma is my world. I can I can control myself using my soul. I can control others using my soul, using my body and soul, not body alone. And even I can increase power of my body, I can increase power of my mind, I can lead to wherever I wish through my soul, not through my body. For leading, for going, using my body, I have to use a carrier, I have to use a bus, I have to use a train or whatever. But for moving within my soul, I don't need any any reference, I don't need any vehicle, because my soul itself is a network of vehicles. It's got millions and billions and trillions and nanillion tracks within my mind, and these tracks help me. So it is very significant if I understand soul technically. technologically. It doesn't mean which subject it is. Subject, if you don't worry about that, you have to explain to others. There is no requirement as such. It is no requirement to say, oh, see, this is logical. I worked on this formula, it's working. No, no need, because you are going to use your soul. Nobody else will use your soul. You may help others, that is different, but nobody will help you. Remember, if somebody helps you, it's fine, you accept, but you make it so powerful that it goes to others to help them. And certainly, when you help others, maybe they don't know, but they will come to you. If you help others, they will accept help. But remember, they will become habitual, they shall become used to you, and they shall certainly come every time. Okay, fine, let them come. If I have capacity, I have potential developed in my mind, I will help them. What's wrong with that? It's knowledge, means power of soul means knowledge, to be very frank. Power of soul is nothing else. It's not electrical energy. It is energy to help others, to help you first, to help yourself. Once you help your body, your every part of body, your mind, your surroundings, then you are a powerful person for you. Using your complete piece of body plus soul. You are a combined unit, performing unit, functional unit, well tested, and then you can be, just like we can say there's one fire kindled, use it to another fire kindled, and that was likewise, you shall be a part, you shall move to others, and they also become, by your help, strengthened. So they will, of course, there shall be induction between two. So myself and other one and other one and other one, we shall be induced in one, we shall be inducted together with each other, and this can form a series or a train of souls. Train of souls. If you can form a train of souls, it's like organization, functional organization, working organization, successful organization. So train is formed, and that train itself would work. It would require any petrol or diesel electrical energy. This automatic computer supply already exists from nature. No one can break their supply because nobody knows that system. Nobody knows how it is coming through, who's sending, from where it's coming, because not visible and not even feelable. It's much lighter than air itself. Air can't even impact on this. So that's all, which is not impacted upon by fire, which is not impacted upon air, by cold, by hot, by whatever. It can be boiled. Such energy you have induced strain you got with many peoples in this way throughout your life. Or you may say, oh, it's my circle. You may say it's your circle, but you may not understand. You should not realize it is biological circle or it is soul circle. If it is soul circle, you may be enjoying your life without worrying about anything else. These people will always with you for seeking help or seeking something else, and you may be able to use them or they will be able to use you. Whatever way you shall add to development work of this world. Purpose is development of world. This is not my property. Again, I say this is not your property. World is none of us property. It is property of that master, that person, that soul sitting beyond our imagination, and it is that person's world. So we have been sent here first to train ourselves, to train individual, and then to use that power to develop this world. And if I alone can use it, I can use it, but I don't have that capacity because I'm not God. I am just one of many agents of God. I'm just one of many representatives of God. एंड प्रतिनिधि हूं मैं उसका. अगर आप ये सोच के चलेंगे तो आप बात कुछ कर लेंगे. अगर आप ये सोच लें कि मैं उस शक्ति का प्रतिनिधि हूं जिस शक्ति ने मुझे यहाँ भेजा है, तो आपकी पर्सनैलिटी, आपका व्यक्तित्व बदल जाएगा, क्योंकि आप जमीन के नहीं रहे, आप उसके हो गए. और जब तक आप ये सोचेंगे मैं यहीं खाऊंगा पीऊंगा परिवार बनाऊंगा सोऊंगा सब कुछ करूंगा कमाऊंगा, फिर आप उसके प्रतिनिधि नहीं होंगे, आप एक आइटम होंगे जिसको वो दूर से देखेगा. ठीक है, एनर्जी तो वो आपको देगा क्योंकि वो आपका अधिकार है. जब आप जमीन पे आए हैं तो एनर्जी तो आपको मिलेगी ही, खाना तो आपको मिलेगा ही, हो नहीं सकता. लेकिन बाकी चॉइसेस आपके चार्टर में है. चार्टर का मतलब अधिकार पत्र. राजसत्ता द्वारा, राज द्वारा दिया गया अधिकार को हम चार्टर कहते हैं. उस पावर ने लिख के दिया आपको चार्टर. अब आप चार्टर को कितना यूज करते हैं नहीं करते, ये आपकी शक्ति में है, आपकी इच्छा में है। आप चाहें तो बहुत आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, नहीं चाहे तो नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं। तो यू आर ए चार्टर्ड पर्सन, यू आर ए चार्टर्ड soul. Got my point? I tried to explain this that everybody is chartered soul. And charter means your right, your privilege. It's up to you whether you use it or you don't use it. ये आपके अधिकार में है कि आप उस शक्ति को, उस लिखी हुई शक्ति को यूज करना चाहते हैं या नहीं यूज करना चाहते हैं। आप यूज करना चाहते हैं वो आपकी है, नहीं यूज करना चाहते तो कोई जबरदस्ती नहीं है। जैसे हम कहते हैं आज के वर्ल्ड में, मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड में, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, चार्टर्ड इंजीनियर, चार्टर्ड दिस एंड चार्टर्ड दैट। That is human charter, that is king's charter. I am talking of that charter which is given to you. You are all equal in his eyes, in that person's eyes, but you forget somebody likes to enjoy this world and somebody likes to improve this world, and also somebody likes to break this world. Somebody wants to enjoy this world, somebody wants to construct this world further, somebody wants to use this world, somebody wants to break this world. Every type of person, a soul remains here, and that is where test is conducted, test is held by that power. You may say, oh, test is ongoing, examination is ongoing. Yes, examination ongoing. Examination is started the day you entered here, or you are mobilized, and it shall continue until you are demobilized. Your marks will be counted, your actions will be counted, everything is on record. Don't worry, CCTV is working, and you may not be able to respond, or you may not be clarified later why you did that, because everything is automatically recorded on that computer, which you do not know what sort of it is. And that computer lies in your mind itself, because your mind is really, soul is really, your soul is your computer. Remember, it has got many organization part in that. Your soul records everything, and this keeps on transferred all time, every moment, through signals to that supercomputer. So don't think that somebody will ask you. Nobody will ask you. You're already known there. Every action is recorded in your mind itself. That's why if every action is recorded, you remember everything. Why memory works? What is memory? That is memory. Maybe it takes few seconds or few moments, sometimes few days to recall something, but you could recall this means somewhere you've got direct connection to that record, to that server, you may say, universal server, human server, and from that server you recall something. This means you are connected. Don't, is it logical? Tell me. Is it bad analysis? Is not worth analysis? Is worth analysis? That you recall. So I recall when I was young, I was just in school, or I was just when I started understanding what I was. You could recall that. You are what your mother used to. You used to win your mother. Oh, no, likewise. So you, is it not record? Is it not logical? What else you want to know? Everything is logical if you think on. If you think on something and that something comes to you, it is logical. If you just know, I just want to eat it and that's it, I don't care how to, I don't worry about this, I want to sleep and that's it, or I want to marry and that's all, I want to produce children and that's all. God has given me chance to produce children, I want to enjoy. Some people say, oh, it's God gift, it's God's production. Well, again I say, I do not want to talk religion, I want to talk soul. I want to talk knowledge. I want to talk illumination. I want to talk lux value. In illumination, when you say this is dark, this is a level of illumination. What's level of illumination here? This means it is light. Darkness is also illumination, but that is negative illumination below zero. But when you say lux, oh, your library should have 500 lux. What does it mean? Unit of measurement of illumination in library should be 500. In drawing room, it should be little low or little high, or in bedroom, it should be low. Likewise, that is relative scale which can be given to value of illumination. Same way, it is life, it is soul. What illumination do we require? It depends upon activity you are performing. Sometimes thinking is required, highest level of thinking is required. You can say considerable level of thinking required. Sometimes concentration should be high for understanding something. Until you develop that level of concentration, you cannot receive that information from that power. जब तक आप उतने एकीकरण नहीं करेंगे, अपने दिमाग को वहां तक नहीं सीमित करेंगे, उस पोजीशन तक नहीं पहुंचेंगे, तब तक आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं मिलेगी. It depends upon requirement of information. You do have that capacity to grasp it, or you may destroy that, or it will destroy you. It depends upon. Sometimes you say, I got stress. Why you got stress? Because you are not capable to do that job. That's why you got some people too. Nowadays, young people say, oh, I was worked in office for so many hours and more work comes to me. Really, it stresses me. This means You should not say it stresses you. Work can never stress anybody, and this is established and settled principle of universe. You cannot be stressed if you work really by mind, by heart, by you should draw pleasure. Maybe physically sometimes you feel, but it's not permanent. Again, I say it is only momentarily, and momentarily means if it is related to conscious, not to mind, and if it relates to mind, then you can never feel severe pain in mind. Yes, you may take some cold drink, some hot drink, some water, something, just to remove gas, because gas sometimes is a biological element. Gas imposes its force on your mind, and that way you can say it is stress, otherwise it's not. Some people complain of migraine, some people complain of something else, some people complain of body pain, some people complain of something else, but all that is negligible if you compare it to value of mind you are having. If your mind is very efficient, if soul is powerful, then you must have capacity to show anything. And it's not a question of your achievement, it's a question of provision by God. God supplies this power to you. It's nothing to do, you're not going to buy this yourself, you're going to establish this. You shall be supplied with. If your capital, against the capacity is important. You may be president of a country or king of a country, but if you don't have the capacity to handle matters, you cannot do, you cannot solve problems. You shall win. Means you are not capable of that position. That's the reason I said representation of God is very important. Everybody is representative, but that representation you have to use. And if you cannot use that representation, this is just on papers and nothing else. The paper remains blank throughout life. You have to write something on the paper. You have to use it, and education gives way. Knowledge gives way, reading gives way, writing gives way, mind development is very important. If the mind is not developed, you cannot do anything, and mind is important. Soul should be there. And if you understand soul, you can don't compare yourself only to degrees achievement, that this is my degree, my academical degree. That degree is very, very limited. You think of that degree which you had before. Maybe God has already given you some degree which you're using it through your academics, but otherwise you have to have power which helps you, which helps others, and that power is very magnanimous. You can say mega power, it is mega, mega, mega. Or you may say, if say you calculate in terms of mathematics, you write 10 and write whatever power on this. Sometimes I can say it is millionillion, sometimes I can say nanillion, sometimes it's a quadrillion, and this is very, very exponential power. For example, usually I use some nanillion, or you can say quadrillion. It's big power if you write. For example, we can say millennium. What's that? 10 to power 3003. 10 to power 3003. You got it? If you write 1 and then write 3000, 3, or you can say 3000 times 3, you get that power. Mind is that strong. This means you have an aura, and that aura can move up to that distance, which can cross all universes, which can cross every universe. You may feel it is imaginary, but it is not imaginary. It is workable. It is practical. It's by virtues of its actions, and you have to accept this. That's why power of soul is such a consideration. I'm not calling it a subject, because this is not a subject. This is thinking. This is has got no limits. This is nature itself, and nature cannot be clubbed into consideration or title of a subject. Power of soul is something that you have, but you do not know you have. Something you have, something everybody has, but it is difficult to identify it. It is difficult to pinpoint it because your mind doesn't work well. You don't stress your mind. You just want to eat food, live, have clothes. And that's what you consider life is. And if you consider that life is, then there's no other way. If you want to use your life in mind, then you can become different personality. Okay, food, clothes, housing are requirement. But in addition to that, every other requirement you don't have. That requirement is you have to think of that day when you have to go, what you shall take with you, which clarification you would have, how you shall have jobs there in that world. You can apply here, okay, but you have to apply there as well, or automatically it will be applied, whatever it is. You have a duty to improve yourself, and that can be done only through mind, use of mind, more use of mind, and more use of mind. And use of mind cannot be done automatically. It is done by presence of power of soul. And that power can be any number, whatever number. When I say power, this means exponent. Exponent of soul is not simply energy, I'm saying. Say you write down soul and then say power. What power? Soul is defined. What soul you have originally that exists in you because you are living. And what power can you add to that? That is called power of soul. Or you can say soul exponent, or you can say exponent of soul. कितनी शक्ति की soul है आपके डिपेंड करता है आप कितनी डेवलप कर सकते हैं अगर आप डेवलप नहीं करेंगे तो शक्ति आपकी नहीं है आप जीते रहिए कुत्ते भी जीते हैं बिल्ली भी जीते कैट dogs cats horses camels birds all live so you are one of them they're not different if you are behind money or wealth only then you cannot value yourself to be power these items these material wealth or mundane world wealth shall not go with you even in a single particle or even in single electron these cannot go with you keep in mind you have to go alone in soul vehicle not in body vehicle because at that time when you demobilize from this body shall become nothing except to be burned or to be graveyarded or to be buried so this body is not yours. This is only your seat, or you can say your home, your casing, your vehicle is your soul, and you have to make your vehicle much better, much efficient, more spying, more flying, more comfortable, and that only that responsibility, that work lies with you in your hand. If you cannot do this, that's your fault, not nature fault. So you have to be very clear about this. It is very simple and very considerate that we have to understand this. And if I understand this or I'm able to convince you to understand this, then you are a lucky person that you got something that you did not have before, but it will help you throughout your life. You may be whatever qualified, doesn't matter. You may be politician, you may be doctor, you may be scientist, you may be engineer, but you are limited then this limit has to be crossed and this limit has to be increased or enhanced or augmented to whatever level you can do. Don't have pride that you are having this title. You have to make it much more better. And for that making, I am just trying to convince you. I'm just trying to share with you whatever I earn. Again, I say I speak when I speak. I don't know what I speak, but I go on speaking. It is not because of my own knowledge. It's because of power it stays with me. It continuously supplies me information. And even now I'm speaking to you. I didn't know what I have to speak. Believe me, 1 hour before I did not know what I'm going to speak with. I just say, okay, let me start this, or I want to do some screen share on Zoom and then transfer to this YouTube. But I said, no, let me go on speaking today's Christmas day and no problem. Let us talk. People are at home and they may know or they may be sleeping. I don't know, but let me continue like this. And I started and see you is already 58 minutes and still I'm talking to you because it's coming to my mind. I can't see it's coming to my mind. I can't see those signals, but evidence is that I'm talking, I'm speaking something, I did not repeat anything, everything is talking. I am going to talk and talk and talk, not because of my knowledge, it's because of support of that soul, that's my vehicle. It's my friend, it's best friend. It tells me you speak, yes, I speak. It is programming and streaming something in my mind and it's working. That mind is coordinating with tongue and tongue is talking, and that's what happens. And that's what I want to say. It is I am soul, I'm not body. I am living in this body. I say, I am soul living in this body. My address of soul is my body, and my soul is that God's presence. You can say, if you want to see God, you have to use your soul in your mind. Don't use soul elsewhere. It will go automatically to your eyes, to your nose, to your body, to your organs, everywhere. But you have to keep it under control, and you have to control it, and this has to control you both. Mutual control. It will help you in keep you fresh, in keeping you brilliant, in keeping you healthy, in keeping you thinking, in keeping concentration, in keeping you coordination. And if you can do all this, then you are best person. You are best human. You can say humanity means you will help don't I'm not saying don't earn money. Again, I'm not saying be a bhakt or be a devotee or be a guru. No, not at all. Do everything in your life, but keep magnitude of soil to whatever level one can, I can. It will help you. It's your property for use, you can say it is kind of license. It is licensed one. It's given to you, not to be sold or to be purchased, but to be used. And if you don't use, there shall be resumption of this. Remember, not full resumption, but resumption minus the mandatory level you require for living. Other will not come to you until you requisite. You write requisition for that. You make a requisition, and if you don't make a requisition, it won't work with you. Despite you have to understand that. That's why I'm trying to stress what soul is. Soul is that. Soul is your temple, you can say. If you want to worship something, you have to worship soul. But this worship doesn't mean worship in religion. You start arti or this. No, it's not that reason. Only worship here is you use it. That's only worship. Because if you don't use it, it won't be member with you. It won't stay with you. It will be very upset. It is upset if you don't use it. So, what foolish person it is? I am here. This person doesn't want to use me. It will curse you if you don't want to use it. Water won't say anything to you if it's in tape and you are not opening tape. But Saul would say, I'm not foolish. I'm sitting with this. I'll leave it. I go somewhere else. That Saul will find some other person who wants to use it and will go to it because it doesn't care what person you are. It cares that it should be used. It's hungry to be used. Saul remains hungry to be used. It is thirsty to be used. Use of Saul is its food. It wants to communicate that I am not sitting idle. Saul can never be ideal. Remember, it cannot be. It can be ideal, but it cannot be ideal. It's not idle machine. Your body can be idle for you. Your car can be idle for you for many, many months, for many days, for many, but soul is never stationary. It cannot digest stationary function. It is bad in that way. It wants to remain dynamic, must have kinetism, kinetic energy. It doesn't believe only in potential energy, though its potential energy is very, very small. There's no weight, so there's no question of mgh, there's no question of potential energy. Question is of movement, and because it's a part in network, there's always competition between souls and souls all over universes. Those who drink a lot, they miss a lot. Those who enjoy a lot, they miss a lot. Or I say, if you talk to yourself, to talk to your soul, to talk to your mind, you may get unexpected conducts, unexpected behavings, unexpected happenings, unexpected results, which would become later useful for you, for your friends, for your connections. It's something important that you don't, even if you use your it, bank balance will go on, and that is not money bank balance, that is soul bank balance. It always increases in current account. It never decreases like your account in bank. Current account doesn't give you anything. Your saving account gives you a little, but soul account gives you immense power. It goes on and on and on. Credit goes on and on and on. It's never converted to debit. Credit always accumulates, not only accumulates, goes on, and you will find you are a different person. Are you? Or you are still behind money? You may be having $1 trillion in your account, but this dollar cannot be your friend at all forever. Use your friend Saul forever, because it shall go means when you leave this world, Saul goes back to its bank account, and there you'll find, oh, you are king of this domain, or you are having that status there, which you could never imagine here. And that is very significant, what I can say. So again, I say, I'm not talking to you blankly, I'm not talking to you on blank paper. There is written paper here in your mind, and that charter, that program, you have to read yourself, and it can be read only through use of power of soul. If you can put switch of your power on, you can get a lot. How can you put on that? I will discuss next time, because first you have to understand. If you cannot understand, you will feel boredom, and I do not make anybody boredom. Saul is not ordinary subject. In fact, it is not subject, as I said. It is some kind of yourself. Saul means you, And if you cannot identify yourself, you cannot read yourself, you cannot understand yourself, you comprehend what you are, then you can never use this subject. This power, I should say, rather than subject. Again, I say because I'm used to say subject, and subject is object. It is you, your requirement, your connection, your power, your life, your everything, your study, your work, your profession, everything is linked to your soul. And if you are a good soul, there is no problem anywhere for you to not to solve. You can solve every problem that comes your way, because soul knows every answer. It tells you, and you work that, and people are surprised because their soul may not be to that level. So you develop your soul, y- your body shall automatically develop, your future shall automatically develop. Don't worry about money. This is much more than money, because this can pull money. Maybe you don't get money yourself because of you, because you have a support, because of a work, because of involvement. Others may get something. Let them get. What's the problem? You get or others get. Neither you nor others can take that with them. So why to worry about that? Maybe you use it, okay, I want to live, I have to take food, I have to live, I have to fly, I need money. Fine, that's fine. But you see, when you have importance in your mind, when you're significant, you shall certainly get some job. Don't worry about that. Means you are a special person. You are different. And that degree of difference is to be achieved. I call it different degree. Difference degree means maybe I'm an engineer. Everybody is an engineer in this world. Millions and millions of engineers are there. So I'm one of them. I'm not different. But if I make difference, then I can be different engineer. I can be different doctor. I can be different politician. You see, politicians have spoiled everything these days. Not only in our country but also elsewhere. They are spoiling world because of their vested interest, because they don't have sole power. They cannot think for others. They think only for themselves. They don't think for everybody. They think for themselves. They want to do everything which should not be done. They can kill people, they can break buildings, they can destroy, they can conduct wars, they can do whatever they want to do. They are responsible for destructing this world. Means they are working against God, against nature, against superpower. So what shall they do? What shall happen to them? You can understand very well. They have to face punishment, whoever they may be. You are politician, you are king, you are emir, or whatever you are. It doesn't mean you are honor of this world. You are just a passenger, like I am, like everybody else, like dog is, like bitches, like cats. Like cat is, you're all passengers. You have a defined period and you have to show your proficiency in that, but you are not even killing each other. Killing is not your job. You're using atom bomb, you're a hydrogen bomb, you're killing. Means, is it for? Is it what you came for? Means you are working against you. The God sent you there to destroy its own product. You think so it is right? It is not right. But because you do not understand, remember, construction work is always very difficult. But demolition work is very easy. You just put explosive, frame up explosive, and you can say building shall be down. But construction of buildings takes time. You want to kill someone, kill in 1 minute by using drag. But it takes 9 months after pregnancy that delivery is made. So God takes time for construction. What you are, you want to build, you want to, you can say, break something. Wars and wars. What did they do? They broke Mahabharat, Ramayana, before that, Hitler, now Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, Pakistan, India, Bharat, and likewise Iraq, Libya, or Afghanistan, Syria, Yemen. What is that? This is objective of life. Your land or my land. I am big, you are small. I am dictator. I am democratic leader. Where are democratic leader? You are killing others. You may kill whomsoever, but you are killing world. You attack Syria or you attack our country or other, you are going to kill world. Who authorized you? Why shall God authorize you like that? That is what I'm saying. These issues should be considered in a proper manner. These leaders are soulless or they are having destructive souls. And these strict souls are not acceptable. They have to suffer, but along with them, innocents are also suffering. This means somewhere they are connected to them. I don't understand why. Why can't you use this journey of earth in a professional way, in a peaceful way? Who are you to kill others? What right you have got to pollute air? What right you have got to use complete store of petroleum from beneath sea, which took millions of years to form petrol or gasoline or petroleum product, crude oil, you destroyed them in just less than 100 years. This level of soil you have, you have polluted soil in you. And that is why you polluted air, you polluted water, you polluted everything. So, my dear friends, you may be whatever. You may be leader, you may be president, you may be army, you may be whatsoever, but you are a human being. You did not your soul. Your father gave you something, this position, you got it. You became president, you became king, you became deputy, whatever you are, but you did think only from money angle, from economical angle, and not from natural angle. You never respected nature, which is visible. You respected something which is invisible. You did not use soul. You did not understand what soul is, what soul would do for you. So you have to suffer when you leave this world. Don't think that others will help you. Nobody shall come in your association of being supported. You have to face every consequence. When you reach there, you shall maybe you are suspended for 1,000 years. Could be. A king may be suspended for 1,000 years. You can't go to anywhere. Just stay here and don't eat anything, don't drink any, just suffer. It can happen. It's not religions of giving. It's practical suspension, termination. Your soul shall be made defective. Go and enjoy defect. That's what happens. I'll come back to you next time. And now I'm closing it. Thanks. I'll be back with you.